Tuesday afternoon, 3rd of January. Just been honing some razors. One of the ones I'm quite pleased with is this beautiful little Boker, early Boker. Hasn't it got pretty scales? Look at those. Anyway, it's had a few different tests. This one is just a hanging hair test on a 20k edge. So it's now got a 20k Suhiru edge on it. Let's just see how it does. If I can get the damn thing to focus. Oh, silent. Totally silent. That's a good sign. The hanging hair test is quiet. Oh my god, I can't even hear it. That's absolutely scything. Just do a couple more. See if I can get it in focus, which I probably can't. Yeah. I found one of the tricks that I've learned is that, of course, hair has two directions. With the scales of the hair and against the scales. Now, any reasonable razor will give a good hanging hair test against, but going in is another matter. So it's always quiet one way. If I can get this to work. Yeah, that's totally quiet. And the other way, I don't find any hair left, which I've just lost. Hang about, bear with me. Right, and the other way is a little more noisy because the blade's cutting into the scale in one direction and rather running along it in the other, so it's much easier one way than the other. See if I can do this for you guys. Yeah, that's, I say, one way. Turn the hair around without dropping it this time. And let's try it this way. If I can get this to line up. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a guaranteed good shave. I don't personally like 5/8 razors. I rather like bigger. And talking of bigger, would you like to see a monster? Look at this beast. Woohoo! This is a River Razor 14, and I'll tell you a little secret with this one. The steel is so good. It's the latest modern steel, not like the old Boker. And what I found was, while I was honing it, I thought, okay, I'll give it a hanging hair test without any stropping. So I gave it the hanging hair test, and it's the only razor that I found which will actually do as well after honing as it does after stropping, which is amazing. So I have stropped it now, and to be honest with you, it didn't make a lot of difference. Anyway, let's try this one. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh my god. And other way around. Let's see what happens this way around. Yeah, it's silent in both directions. Isn't that unusual? Normally it goes bing one way and click the other. Let's turn it around one more time. Yeah. Oh my goodness me. That's going to give a very good shave. And as a final, just as an example, let's try, because we're talking supreme quality now. This is a Mint Palmera, a special, and this is probably one of the finest looking razors I've seen. Let's give this one a go. Slightly different grind, old steel, extremely deep hollow. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness, it rings like a bell. Listen to that. In fact, that is going to be, again, an exceptional shave. If, to For me, I don't know about the rest of you, but if for me it doesn't pass its hanging hair test perfectly, I won't shave with it. It's not worth it. So these have all been done, my little batch here, up to 20k. Now 20k Surhilu is probably a bit unnecessary. A lot of people say Naniwa 12k is more than adequate, but it just gives that little bit of extra. As you can see, if I can get the light to shine, the edge, very fine edge on this, you can hardly see it, but oh my goodness me, let's see if I can get a close up, if I can. A little bit dull towards the heel. I'm not surprised. It's not where I shave anyway. But as far as the toe goes, I can find it. I can't even see what I'm doing. Yeah, that'll do. You notice what I said about one direction is easier than the other. This isn't as good, even though it's had exactly the same honing. This isn't as good as the River Razor. Boris's River Razor steel is obviously superior. Fact of life. Both have had exactly the same honing, exactly the same stone progression, and exactly the same stropping. And yet, this one only does well in one direction. Boris's steel was equally good in the other direction. Yet, not quite as good. So, difference is, one's the latest steel, and it has a totally different sound. When I was honing it, this one was quite dull. This one rang like a bell, and yet they're almost identical deep hollows. So it's down to the martensite, the steel structure, and how it was tempered. What I would say is perhaps after 40 or 50 or 60 years, this River Razor 14 will be just as sharp, but it might have got a bit more of a musical tone to it. So anyway, that is the test before I'll shave. With the River Razor 14 on a 20k edge. Likewise, this is a Palmera, a special, with a 20k edge. And I'll be very happy to shave with either anytime. Anyway, gents, just a few little thoughts about hanging hair tests. You do get a difference from one direction of the hair to another. And just because it goes bing, bing, bing in one direction, it ain't necessarily going to be very good in the other direction. If it does do equally well in both directions of the hair, yeah, you'll get a very good shave. Anyway, that's all my nonsense for now. Thanks for watching. Bye.